Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Today is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is going very well. Got some good sleep. I was so tired last night. I was, well, tired for an older person because we ended up watching a movie last night. And during the movie, it was like 9 o'clock and I just fell asleep. And I'm like, I'm so tired. And I woke up thinking it was like 10:30. And they're like, it's 9:20, Mom. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And I'm like, I'm so tired and ready for bed. So I went right to sleep. I came up, washed the little bit of dishes that we had just in case. Thought it was going to rain last night, but it's going to start raining today actually. So went to sleep and slept all night. Slept really good. And I woke up, my eyes opened up at 5. I have an alarm set, but I've been just like waking up and letting my eyes open up when they open up, and that's when I get up now. And so not my normal practice, it's just what I did today. And so it was 5 and I was like, do I wake up or do I go back to sleep? And so I'm like, I'm gonna get up. So I got up, got ready, and sat at my desk for a little bit, did my time with the Lord, prayed, wrote my little journal, read a book, just a chapter of a book I'm reading, and then started listening to a message. And so it was a good morning. I'm like, okay, I need to do something here. I need to get moving. The house doesn't need to be picked up. We've done all that. I've got a load of towels in the dryer that we threw in last night just in case we lose power. And then I'm like, I looked outside, I'm like, it's not even raining, but I looked at my weather app because we have the remains of the hurricane that's happened down Louisiana. Terribleness. And so I'm praying for everybody through that, and just we get the rain of it. So I think today it's going to start in the afternoon, just 100% rain all day long. So I thought, why don't I get some food made so we have food just in case. We should be fine. There shouldn't be anything. But do you remember the last one? We lost power and it was like, it wasn't even really raining, but it was just because everything was so soaked and wet. So I'm going to make food. So today is the Asian night for our home. And so I'm going to make, I know I've already had a video on this, and that's okay. You guys want real life, right? This is real life. This is real life. This is what I'm doing. So I thought we were doing nachos tonight, but that's tomorrow. So tonight is the ramen night, the homemade ramen and homemade pad thai. So I've pulled out these noodles because these are ones that we've had these before and really like these. So I'm going to make these. Actually, am I going to cook these before I go? Yes, because you can rinse them in cold water. So I will make these so I can have these be cold. And then I'm going to use these noodles, the flour stick noodles. This is going to be for pad thai. And so I also pulled out pot stickers. Now I had pot stickers I bought from the discount store, and they recommend doing they almost are like when you cook them, it's like you boil them in water. Now these ones Lauren gave me because she didn't like them. They're chicken from Sam's Club, and you basically just put it down on the stove and let it cook. You don't even put any water in it, and just flip it over. And I'm like, they turned out really good. So I'm anxious to do my other ones like these because these are actually really good that way. So but I'll use these up because I know they're good. So I've got beef cooking over here. I was gonna do my pressure cooker. I'm debating how to do it. I don't know. It was beef slices from, I don't even know, probably a roast months ago when I did a humongous freezer thing. I have no idea where I got the meat from, but somewhere. And so I think it's just little slices that I cut up. So I'm going to cook it, take it out, see if I can cut it, see if it's small enough. We'll see. But then they have some protein in there. Probably end up freezing some of it. But I will cook, so I'll probably cook that, cut some up, put some veggies in there, make the stock for the ramen, and then just leave that on the stove for the day. And then pad thai, I can mix all that up and make that and let that sit, because that's a really good dish. And then that'll be for dinner tonight. So it's early, it's 7:20 in the morning. Why do you make dinner so early, Amy? Why aren't you doing it in the afternoon? Am I lazy? No. It's just because in the afternoon from noon until about 4 o'clock, I'm going to be busy and not going to be able to come home and make dinner. So to avoid making boxed macaroni and cheese and oven chicken nuggets, which there's nothing wrong with that. So if you got to do that today, you go do that, because tomorrow is going to be, or actually not tomorrow, Thursday will be our eat out day. So you do what you can do. But for me, I'm home this morning. I've got time. So I'm going to make this and prepare it so it's done for the rest of the day. So that's why I'm doing that, because I'm going to be heading out. Jaden's got college today. Drop her off. I got to do some running afterwards, and then by the time I get back, it'll be dinner time. And the last thing I want to do is, after running a busy afternoon, is sit down and prepare dinner. And I don't want to have to do that. So this is what I'm going to do this morning. So I'm excited. I was thinking about this morning and getting back into the school routine and trying to get homeschooling in there. Seems like the last year it was a little difficult because I would do a lot of filming in the morning, and so trying to get school in there was always a little bit harder, and trying to do it in between. Hold on. We don't want our meat browning. And so trying to figure out how am I going to get school done. All these things that go through when you're trying to add one more thing onto the plate. And so I'm excited because the days that I have college for Jaden is actually our mornings are pretty much free. So that'll ensure that I get really good school done those days. So I'm excited to start. We're not going to start till next week. The kids, we were going to do it this week. And I asked them, I said, do you want to do something? They're like, no, let's wait till next week. So it'll be good. I've got more books at the library. I have a couple more things and I'm waiting to come from Amazon. And so I'm going to run, I ran yesterday to the post office. The library's closed today, so I'll have to wait to go to the library again, but I'll go Thursday. But I will run to the post office and see if the other books are here. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. When you have things and you got to add them into your life, and you're like, how am I going to fit one more thing on my plate? One piece at a time. So I know for me, I'm like, all right, I got to mentally think, how am I going to add this? And then I'm like, today, I'm like, this will be a perfect morning to do school because I'll be kind of free. Most of the morning, I'll be able to do those kind of things. So I'm excited. I am excited for next week. Let me tell you that, and the next week it'll happen. I'll be like, ready to pull my hair out. No, it's not going to be that bad. It's going to be good. It is going to be a good time. So I'm going to put my earbud in here, and I'm going to start, check my meat over here. I'm going to cook it a little bit just to brown it in the pan. I'll probably take it out and cut it. That's what we'll do. And then, pad thai, we're going to start that with the veggies, sauteing them, and then we'll add the noodles. So it's going to be a great Tuesday. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around, watching real life and what this mom does. Hold on, my earbud is really loud. Thank you for sticking around what this real mom does a day in my life. So I share my life, I share what I do, not so much specifically what my family does. You will get to see bits and pieces of them in my vlogs, just doing what we do on a day-to-day basis. But the way that YouTube has changed the rules and changed everything that's going on, I just more focus on what I do, so that when there's a mom out there that goes, what is a mom doing all day? I feel like I'm running and doing all these things. Yes, that's what you do, mom. So I try to film what I do. We might get snippets of my kids here and there, or different things that we do as a family, but for most part it's just what my life entails of. And do you get everything in my life? No, you don't get everything in my life. This is still just a video camera that is just on for part of the day. It's not a 24-hour, 7 days a week, 365-day a year camera that's showcasing my life. It's just part of my life and just what I do. I try to share most of my day, what's going on, so you can see that this is what happens. So, all right, let's get going with our day. Listen to music, cooking the meat. About deluxe stir fry veggies, so I think this will be good for veggies for pad thai. And a little bit of mixed vegetables, I know. This is not pad thai at all, but this is the veggies I like. No, not sure why I used a pot. I was thinking that the meat, it was a big chunk of it because that's the way it froze, so I wasn't sure if it was a solid piece of roast or what it was, but ended up being these thin little pieces here. I believe I got a humongous beef, whatever it was, and I just sliced it up really thin. So this will be good. So I'm going to just take these out, and then I'm going to have to wash my pan. This will be my pan for my noodles, but that I'll let cool for a little bit, and then I'll chop that up so we have that. So I'm just going to put this over here in the sink and just clean it up. Okay, I've got my pot all cleaned out. That's going to be boiling for the noodles. I'm going to add a little bit of sesame oil in here. I need to get the kind at the discount store. Remember, it was like safflower, and it was like a mixture. Anyways, get that. But I'm going to add some fresh broccoli. I like broccoli in my pad thai, and so there's only, I just looked in there, I'm like, there's only like 2 things in there from the frozen package, so I'm just going to cut a few, add these to it, just because we have a big container of it here. I don't mind. I like mine like full of veggies. I know when I go to the place, I always ask for like very veggie, so it's lots of vegetables, but I'll be able to add the meat to it as well if I want to. So this is good. Lots of broccoli. Kids will be like, Mom, the girls like this. Jade and Brooklyn really like pad thai, so this has been a good favorite. I'm using my tiny little spatula. So I'm just gonna put the lid and kind of let that steam for a few minutes to let that cook. And then I will take it out, put it in a pan, and then I'll fry a few eggs in there and do scrambled just to have a couple eggs in there. And then we'll add the pasta, and then I'll mix up the pad thai mixture. It's the greatest. So I'm gonna go clean myself off. These are all, there's no English instructions. I think it just cooks for a few minutes, but it's gonna be delicious. And I got the pot stickers going over here. It's gonna be good. This will be done, and then I'll start making the stuff for the ramen. All right, so my noodles, I say all right all the time. When I edit, I'm like, all I say is all right, and so this does not look like very many noodles. Maybe I should do 2, I don't know. Let me stir this up and see what this looks like here. Let me show you. I feel like it's not that many noodles, but I mean, you know what? I'm gonna leave it. I think it's fine. You can also add the noodles that I'm gonna make for the ramen too, because I don't want to make too much and have. I'm trying to cut back on the amount of food we make. I know it sounds crazy, but I am. So what I'm going to do now is make the sauce for the pad thai. I had to laugh because I put vegetarian or vegan because there's no fish or oyster, but I added chicken bouillon. Chicken is not vegan at all or vegetarian whatsoever, and the chicken is not. So I had to laugh at myself. We make mistakes. When you film yourself, you make a mistake. It's on the world for the world to see. So this is just 4, 4, and 4. It's 4 tablespoons of tamarind, and this is fresh tamarind that I got when I went to the store. The next time at the Asian market, all they had was concentrated. So I'm assuming it's the same, just canned versus fresh. So I'm gonna do 4 tablespoons of this, 4 tablespoons of soy sauce, and 4 tablespoons of sugar. I'm gonna add a little bit of chicken bouillon. That is what the lady at the Asian market told me to do, and she is Asian, so I took her advice and tasted it, and it's good. And then you add some lime. I'm gonna do about half a lime, and then save the rest for serving. So I'm just gonna mix that up in here. I'm adding a little bit more than the 4. I'm going to go by how it looks here. Do as I say, not as I do. So I'm doing, like I said, good. I'm eyeing it so I can see how much to add. And chicken. You could just add salt and pepper too. And let it go. And then you taste this. You are so white. You taste this. The way it tastes is like there's a salty, a sweet, and a sour taste. It's that perfect mix. So. I need more chicken bouillon. So good. I feel like that tastes good. I'm just gonna pour it on top. Okay, this is like bean donuts, my favorite. So delicious. So I'm gonna let this, I'll put this and cover it with foil and put it in the oven. Or actually, no, cover it with foil, put it in the refrigerator because we'll heat it later today. When I serve it, if the liquid has absorbed, it's like there's just enough in here. It's one of those things like it might absorb it. I just don't know how these noodles are gonna do it. When I serve, it'll be chopped peanuts. The more peanuts, the better. I do not like peanut flavored things, not usually. I don't like if you were to add peanuts in like the peanut stir fry, I just don't like the way that peanut butter tastes, but the more peanuts, the crunch, the better. And then put some crushed red pepper for like the heat of it. So delicious. Let me clean my mess. These pot stickers are done. I'll put the next batch in and then we'll, hopefully the ramen noodles are cooking next. So I put the noodles in the refrigerator here. They're cold. That's gonna work out. They're gonna stay good. If you rinse them in cold water, those kind of noodles, they won't stick, they'll be good. And then the broth, I just turned it on for a few minutes to kind of mix. I put a can of chicken broth, a little bit of chicken bouillon, a little bit of beef bouillon, a little bit of soy sauce in there, and that will taste good. The rest is in the oven and warm. This will be great. Dinner's done. I'm not gonna worry about anything tonight. I don't think that, I might get out a couple green onions because I'm gonna forget that tonight. Actually put it on top of the noodles so I don't forget. So now dinner is done. It's a little after 8, so now I can be done in the kitchen, not have to worry about anything. Lunch, they're just gonna have sandwiches or leftovers in the refrigerator, and then I don't have to worry. There's pizza. We had pizza last night too, so plenty to eat, leftovers in the refrigerator, and it's good. Good day. So I'm done in the kitchen. Take off my apron. Gonna go see what else I gotta do this morning. So I came outside here. I actually filmed the end of this video, so if you're wondering why there's no rain at the end, it's because I filmed it just now because I knew it's not raining. So we're forecasting for rain. It's supposed to happen after lunch today, so it feels just wet and muggy. It's not very warm out. 70 degrees, 75 today, I think. Not very toasty. I'm gonna go in and probably work on editing the beginning of this video, so that part's done for the day because editing takes a while. Then I won't have to do it later. And then we have a few hours before we got to get out the door this morning, so you won't see anything I do for the next few hours. But when I start doing my running, I'll bring you along. So Ruby, let me tell you, Ruby is absolutely loving her bed. She laid in there like she sleeps like through the night. She's not much, I mean, she sleeps during the day too, but like I went down there, I think, when did I film it? About 4 o'clock. She laid on that bed. She would not get up. She has found her happy place. I went in there so many times to see if maybe she had to use a bathroom, maybe she wanted to get outside. She's in there, her little tongue was sticking out of her mouth like she was in such a deep sleep. And then she sat up a little bit stretched, and then she just rolled over and laid back down again. I'm like, Ruby, you are loving your bed. So she is in deep love with her bed down there. She's still snoozing. I'm like, I'm gonna go down there and see if she wants to come out to get some running in, because it's gonna rain, then she's gonna be stuck inside all day long. But it was quite cute. I'm like, Ruby, you love your dog bed. So I'm gonna go down and let her out, and we'll show you guys that, because I'm putting my camera down there, all that good stuff. But we're just gonna have a great day. So I'll see you in a minute when we head out the door. All right, cloudy day. We're waiting for the storm. We're gonna go head out and take Jaden's going to college. So we're gonna take her out in the hurricane weather. It's not really hurricane yet.
Oh, it will be though.
Oh, it will be by the time we finish filming today. So I'm gonna go head out. Got my drink here, got my purse, and we're gonna go ahead and drop her off. All right, just dropped Jaden off at school. We went to the post office and picked up a bunch of stuff there. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go set up stuff at church and get that done, and then I'll see you in a minute. All right, so it has been a little while since I have filmed anything for you guys. So it's been a good afternoon. I got to go have lunch. Greg and I got to have some lunch and some Mexican. So that was really, really good. Had that. So now I'm heading home. It's starting to rain now. The rain is just beginning. So I have to stop at the Dollar Store. I have a dehumidifier down the garage. And I had we just have to empty the bucket all the time. And so emptying the bucket is such a pain in the butt because it's such a small thing. Well, I just realized you can put a hose on there. So we had a hose, put that on, and it just keeps dripping out. So I feel like the hose just is not good. So I was just gonna, I have to go all the way in town to get a hose. And so Greg said, go to the Dollar General, it's right there. And I'm like, I forgot about Dollar General. So I'm gonna go to the Dollar General, see if they have a hose, which I think they do. Get that. Stephen wanted some apple juice, and then they requested gummy worms. I don't know. That's what the kids wanted. So I'm gonna grab that, and then I'm gonna go head home. So let's go get some gummy bears, a hose, and apple juice, and that'll be it. And then we'll go head home, see how kids are. We'll get dinner out, eat that, and then the storms are coming, but it's not pouring yet, so that's a good thing. So let me go ahead and, oh, they always have cute stuff. Look at that. Grateful and Blessed. That's a cute one. Leaves are falling. Oh, look at these cute cups. Ooh, I like the blue. There's our cute morning pumpkin for $3. I love fall. I don't really love fall most, but those are cute. That's actually kind of cute. $4. That's not bad. That's kind of all they have. Fall is proof that change is beautiful. I like that. All right, here, $5 hose. That's all I need. Okay, found me a $5 hose right here. I still think their lanterns are really cute. Here's some apple juice right here. And they said gummy bears right here for $1. I'll get one of these too. I like this one. Pistachio and dark chocolate. All right, just opened my trunk to put my stuff in there, and I had a glass jar in there, and that just fell out and broke on the ground. So I picked it up. I have broken glass here. I'll probably put it in here. that was bad. So now I'm gonna go head home and go give the kids their gummy worms. They'll be excited. All right, just got home and just in time for the rain. Here we go. Look at the pouring rain. All right, I gotta go. I pulled in this way so that I can get my umbrella out, unload my car, because I have a bunch of stuff to listen to that rain. Can you hear it? I'm sure you can. Henderson County, there's a flood warning. I know. All right, I'm gonna go ahead in and unload, get my umbrella. All right, down here, dehumidifier. So I'm putting a hose in there and I'm putting over here in this little pump, but it still drips. So, because it's still full. So I'm gonna take it off and put this new one on, see if it works. All right, that one actually attaches really good. So let's see if this works. All right, so yellow out here. So hopefully that will take care of the water in there, because I'm gonna need the hose probably for the pool. So we'll see how it goes. I'm sure it does. The seal is much better. So now I can work twice as hard picking up the water off the floor. Here is dinner. Pad thai with some beef and some pot stickers.
Yeah. Want to the shower?
All right, this is what it's looking like as of dinner time tonight. We just got a little bit of rain. Here's Mr. Grumpy letting you know, hey, I'm here. It's good. So I'm gonna, oh, Ruby. So I actually filmed, Ruby. I actually filmed the end of today's video this morning when it wasn't raining. So I think I'm just gonna click over there. I am gonna go edit so I can be done. Ruby's rubbing against me. Ruby, stop. I'm gonna, I actually did the end of today's video this morning when it was nice outside. Hey, Mr. Grumpy. She's like, hey. Cute little kitty. So I'm gonna go because I have to edit today's video. I have to go pick Jaden up at college, so but I want to edit and be done so I can be finished for the day. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Making some ramen. Everybody loved it. Everybody was just eating and eating and eating, and then we had the little fortune cookies. They were loving that. So just a good little dinner. So now I'm done. We're gonna enjoy the rest of our night, and then I'm gonna see you guys again tomorrow with another video. So let's go read our proverb for the day. I figured I would film the end of this video in the beginning today because I know when I get back it's going to be downpour of rain, probably a little chaotic, could lose power. I don't know what the situation is, so just to be prepared. So I thought, let me read our proverb for the day. We're in Proverbs 16 verses 19. It is better to be humble in spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud, the haughty, the arrogant. He who pays attention to the word of God will find good. And blessed, happy, prosperous, to be admired is he who trusts confidently in the Lord. The wise in heart will be called understanding, and sweet speech increases persuasiveness and learning in both speaker and listener. Did you know that a sweet speech will increase persuasiveness and learning in both the speaker and the listener? Remember that, sweet speech. Understanding spiritual insight is a refreshing and boundless wellspring of life to those who have it. But to give instruction and correction to fools is foolishness. The heart of the wise instructs his mouth in wisdom, and adds persuasiveness to his lips. Pleasant words are like a honeycomb, sweet and delightful to the soul and healing to the body. There is a way which seems right to a man and appears straight before him, but its end is the way of death. Remember that. That's important, because sometimes we in our own natural mind think that this is the way it's got to be. Nope, that's not right. That person hurt me. This is the way I'm going to respond. Hearing things. Then I deserve this, or you can justify your actions and what you do, but remember, the way that seems upright to a man and appears straight, but it ends to wickedness. Always check your heart for humility, and always check it with the word of God. And what would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? Remember that little popular bracelet? But that is in reality what it is. Would you give up on people? Would you stop doing something? Take all those things into consideration. The appetite of a worker works for him, for his hunger urges him on. A worthless man devises and digs up evil, and the words on his lips are like a scorching fire. A perverse man spreads strife, and one who gossips spreads intimate friends. Separates intimate friends. A violent and exceedingly covetous man entices his neighbor to sin, and leads him in a way that is not good. You don't want to be angry and lead people into sin. He who slyly winks his eyes does so to plot perverse things. And he who compresses his lips as if in a secret signal brings evil to pass. The silver-haired head is a crown of splendor and glory. It is found in the way of righteousness. He who is slow to anger is better and more honorable than a mighty soldier. So think about that. When you think of a soldier and how, you know, what they do, risking their lives, doing things for us, but someone who is slow to anger is better than them. And he who rules and controls his own spirit than he who captures a city. If you can rule and control your own spirit and not let it get out of hand. Does it get crazy? When things happen, does the first thing you want to do is go crazy and you're like, why did I have that crazy, blow up, or why did I have things? We want to be able to control and rule your own spirit. The lot is cast into his lap, but it's every decision is from the Lord. That's good. All right, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you guys again tomorrow with another video. All right, have a blessed rest of your day. We'll see ya. Bye.